Okay, here we are. Some of you recognize this mask from my office. I want to talk about the difference between meditation and psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is getting this puppy. Can you see this mask? How beautiful it is? This is who we genuinely are and what meditation serves. This is who the masks that we've learned to wear because of trauma, because of challenges, because of conditioning, because of society. And we can get over-identified and attached to this, and that creates all sorts of problems for us. We can create all sorts of stories and roles around this, being a dad, being a therapist, being a lawyer, being an athlete, being a certain size, shape, body. We get over-identified and attached to the various roles that we play. But in the end, well, all we want to do is to simply be who we really are, which is this beautiful puppy. See the depth and the breadth of this and the weight. If I could just, you can see the weight, the flimsiness of this roll, but you can feel the weight of this. Just shout out to my sister who carved this. I mean, it's so beautiful. So the weight of who we are is a consciousness of wholeness. And meditation, what meditation does is just allow this to express itself. Whereas here, we're actually digging in. We're actually rolling up our sleeves. We're starting to really tackle what we need to tackle in order for us to be more our authentic self, right? We have to work at unhooking that protection of addiction, drugs and alcohol, for instance. Even depression and anxiety are removed us from our true nature. And when we come back to that, and when we create an environment that is much more conducive to that, there you can see the face. Maybe I was hiding it before. But so we're in the business of taking the masks off so that we can start to allow ourselves to be more of who we really are, right? So psychotherapy, we're taking the shovel out, we're digging into the soil, we're removing the weeds that don't belong. Meditation allows us to enjoy and really experience the garden as it is, and the sun or the rain, the beautiful variety of plants, the birds, the butterflies, the bees, everything that is stunning about environment and nature that we can see at this time of COVID that is restoring itself, that is also us. We are that dark, rich soil. We are that clay, as we say in Ireland. But we're also the plants. We're also all those beautiful creepy crawlies and scaled ones and feathered ones and the four-legged ones. That's our nature. That's who we truly are. And meditation seeks to just rest into this, right? Do I get excited about that? Of course I do. Whereas the psychotherapy is removing which doesn't belong, that which doesn't belong. And so these roles have served us for a while, right? This is heavy. So the roles of us being a dad, for instance, it serves for a little while and we get very identified, or a mom. But when the kids go, then who are we? We're not that role, but we can get over-identified and attached, like we said, right? So the whole idea is to, we need to problem solve here. We need to work at this, roll up our sleeves, dig in, and get on with the business of psychotherapy, because that's really helpful, right? But also the meditation, we do it together with good self-care. If I can bring this around, there we are, is to just allow ourselves to be that gorgeous completeness, that wholeness that we already are, right? So the two can work. One is embracing, one is problem solving. You're not a problem to be solved so much as you're a mystery to be embraced. You're not really these masks. None of us are. I'm not either, right? And so as time goes on, we start to realize we have to remove these masks, right? I need to remove this thing out of me because it is a weight. It is heavy. I'm going to put this down here. So, not a problem to be solved so much as a mystery to be embraced. That's in this camp, really, right? Problem solving is over here. We need to take responsibility, roll up our sleeves, get the shovel, you got this. We also need to be very on top of our self-care so that we can get good at removing that which doesn't belong, right? So when our mask is really attached to our identity, we think that this is all just one thing. Then what happens is that we need to separate out these two parts of ourselves. So the meditation allows us to just give us a little bit of space so we start to recognize, okay, maybe I'm not all mom or all dad. Maybe I'm not all lawyer or all sports figure or all, teenager, right? Maybe I'm a combination of wholeness plus these masks, right? So what we're doing in psychotherapy is looking at taking these masks and say, okay, how useful is that right now? And developing a relationship with that mask of being a mom and stepping into being a mom when we need to be a mom, but we also come back to ourselves, right? Life is nothing but relationships. So we're not a mom or a dad. We're actually, that's a hat that we wear. So our wholeness has a relationship with that role that we're playing. You guys get this, right? So what we have to do sometimes is do really good self-care. So it starts to create more separation between who we think we are. Why? Because good self-care, body, mind, remember body, mind, soul pyramid. To take care of the body, we need to run and exercise and go to the gym and do cardio so that we can feel, that kind of natural endorphins and caffeines that come from our wholeness. But we can also do the stretching and the relaxing, the middle part of the pyramid, where we rest into what already is. We allow our body to relax. We have a good night's sleep. We restore. We do things that are really good for us that allow us to just be resting into who we are, right? And then the meditation on top of that is more in this camp. So the pyramid, body, mind, soul, the soul is more on the meditation. It brings us over into this camp where we just now fully rest into what is. And what is we're this true state of being. We're a very, very natural self. Remember that's that beautiful dark rock. It's mineral. It's not flighty like some thing on the surface, like a little bit of fertilizer or a little temporary weed or something like that. No, there's a breadth and depth and wholeness to us that is here. It's got oomph, right? It's really, it's like the whole garden, the soil, the plants, the bees, the birds. You can see the difference, right? So over here, we're getting a shovel, we're digging weeds out. Over here, we're just resting into who we really are. Now, what happens when we do both? Both allow us to be fully expressed. We become even more ourselves, but even more fully expressed. And this is a creative endeavor, right? It becomes this, creativity starts to bubble up and we become generative. And we just by our presence alone, we come into a room, people go, I just want to go hang out with that woman. I just want to go hang out with that guy. Right? Or that elder just walked in the door and you can smell it. He's wearing this whole body, mind, soul, fully expressed system of wholeness, completeness. Right? So there's doing, which we've got to do in our self-care, but we end up over here in this camp of being all of who we are, so that in the end we can do both, be doing and being, take full responsibility for our life and also rest into who we already are, so that we can become more fully expressed in our true nature, in all of who we really are, in our natural state, uncontrived state, our unborn state, if you will. And we're just present and loving and we're just here. And yeah, it's creative here. In this third place, we're able to create. We have wild imaginings of all sorts of beautiful pieces of art or very simple, ordinary kindness to bring to our relationships. So you get the picture. There's a difference between psychotherapy and meditation, and boy, do they work well together to create this natural, generative, loving, creative place of you becoming even more fully expressed. I hope this makes sense. Any questions about it, please don't be shy. Give me a shout, give me a call, send me a text, and we'll see you on the other side. By the way, the meditation is going on Instagram Live in the morning if you're wanting to join me. It's Monday to Friday, 7:31 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Instagram Live. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.